And we are back. Welcome back to the channel, dudes. My name is Laggin. This is Attack of the Radioactive thing. I want to do a quick overview, show you guys the map, and I only have a limited amount of time left that I'm allowed to show of footage, so about a 7-minute overview here. So let's get started. So you're going to start out in black and white. By round 3, the color will turn on automatically, and you're going to start out in like a CDC kind of containment area. It's a series of tubes. Obviously, this beach town has suffered from radioactive activity and a giant monster that's roaming out in the sea. So inside of the first room, you're going to find up and atoms and a couple other little things, and you're going to have 2 doors you can go out. If you decide to go out one of the doors, it'll take you over to a parking lot area that has a wall gun, and it's got like a bunch of cars and stuff, and it's also got, you know, like a concession stand where they serve hot dogs and hamburgers. For a little bonus footage here, this is the mini boss wave, and I believe these guys are called Crogs. They're sort of like these sea amphibian monsters that actually spawn from the giant boss. We'll get to him later. But they're pretty easy to deal with. You just shoot at them and they die, obviously, but way harder than the roller skaters or the clowns. You actually have to put some bullets in these guys. But they do have a weak spot on their back that I noticed. So when they go to attack you, if you simply dodge, they'll get disoriented and they'll just kind of stand there for a couple of seconds, and that'll give you a chance to go around behind them and shoot them in their weak spot, and it will take less bullets that way. So from the parking lot, you can open up another barrier, and this will take you up a hill on a dirt path. There isn't a lot in this area that I found, not to say that there's not going to be, but there was a magic wheel, and it leads to a very important section next. So this next section is the TV station, probably going to end up being the most important part of the map, and in here you can find bang bangs, another magic wheel, and a couple of things that you can do once you have power turned on. But what's important about this area is this is where you're going to find the host of the map at, Elvira, and just like all the other maps, you're going to interact with her, and she's going to give you a clue on how to start the Easter egg, what she needs, and it's up to you to go find that and carry on with the Easter egg. Like I said, this will probably be a spot you return back to several times. Okay, so from the TV station, you can go out and head down a road, and this road will eventually lead you to another barrier that you can open that will take you out to the beach. And the beach is a huge area, and this will be the first chance you get to see the giant boss, the radioactive thing that is out in the harbor, just kind of standing there being menacing. Also on the beach, you can find something very, very important. There is a hand sticking out of the ground that's got a switch on it. You can simply go up and grab that switch. You'll need that switch to turn on the power. It's the only part you have to find to turn on the power on the map, and I'll show you where power is located in just a minute. So like I was saying earlier, there's 2 ways to go from spawn. Now if we go the other direction, it's going to take you out to an ice cream shop where you can find a workbench where you can build a new weapon. I have a video on that if you want to check that out. A link down below in the description for that. Simply open this barrier and then you go through, and on the right hand side there's a power switch on the wall. You can go ahead and add that switch that you found on the beach, throw on power, and you can now interact with a whole lot more on the map, including perks and some stuff inside the TV station, as well as little teleporter pads that once they're all linked, you can now teleport around the map and get around a lot quicker. It's a huge, huge map, guys. So from the power area, you can now go in the back of a grocery store. You'll start out in the stock room, then make your way out to the floor with the aisles where there'll be several things you can check out, including traps and another workbench so you can build another weapon. If we go out the front of the grocery store, you're going to be out in the street, the center part of town. There's going to be a gas station. The grocery store is right behind you, a long road. You're going to find a new perk machine. I've got a video on that as well as Tough Nuff is out here. And if you head through across the street, you can actually go down to the beach where we were before. So if you want to go this way to get the switch and then just backtrack, you can do that as well, back to the power and turn on the power that way. Okay, from the beach, you can also, instead of going back to spawn, you can also go to a camping spot where you're going to find a bunch of recreational vehicles, campfires, and all kind of little goodies to discover. So in addition, there's also a motel that you can get to from the TV station that I showed you earlier. In the motel, you're going to find some traps and a workbench and some perks, things like that. And this is pretty much, guys, all of the map. Now, we didn't figure out how to pack a punch at the capture event, so there's still another room for that. There's no boss arena that I can tell, unless we're going to get teleported to it at some point, maybe out in the ship, out in the ocean. Not sure, but this has been your first look at Attack of the Radioactive thing, and you'll be able to play this later on tonight / tomorrow if you're on the PlayStation 4, and about a month later if you're on the Xbox or the PC. I want to thank you guys for checking out the video, and as always, it's been your boy Laggin24, and I will see you next time.